Well, dude, if you go to you ever play any of the Fallouts? Like Fallout or none of the Fallout games you've ever played? Dang. Well, one of them, it's I can't remember exactly which one it is. If I'm not mistaken, it's 6. Could be Fallout 6. It actually has um storyline of one of my actual ancestors, one of the Maxon family ancestors. Before he came across seas on the ship that's actually docked in San Francisco Bay. It's been ported there ever since he originally showed up to California. We could actually take a tour of it if we were ever out there. It's pretty cool. My grandma told me about it. Cause she used to go to the big Mormon library in Oakland, and go on the computers and look up our family tree, where everybody's at, follow everything. Like had printouts, books, and all kinds of crap when we went to help move her out or move out everything out of her house when she passed away. Which now my sister has all of it. So who sent me? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I might even send an invite to somebody here in a second. Maybe. I don't know. Nah, I'm not going to. Fuck it. I'll let him fucking sit over there with Pops where he's at right now. Uh, he already beat me there. What up, Dan?
The Raiders offense in the midst of a perfect season. They get their first possession here. And all eyes on this man, their star wideout.
And you wonder, what can he do for an encore, Charles, after the numbers that he put up a week ago?
That's a great question, because not only was he the talk of the NFL, he's talk of the entire football world. You had little kids out there begging their parents for his jersey, wanting to be him, and put up those kind of numbers in the backyard. Now, look, I don't think he'll approach what he did last week, but 6 for over 100 yards, I think that's well within reach.
A check on Jacobs from a week ago. Pretty good, as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Jeep is in party chat.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Yep.
Throwing now is Carr.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Throwing again on 2nd down. Carr. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's 3rd down.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I go right at him with another momentum play. I go quickly and attack them because right now they probably have their heads down.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders are on the board first on the road here in L.A. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of a team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, it's been a short week. We're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Second drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And listen, these Thursday night games, they're tough on the body. You just played on Sunday, 72 hours later. Hey, it's game day again, but I have to think a Thursday night game in September much more preferable than a Thursday nighter in December, no?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. You mentioned how tough it is on the body. How about the mind? You're already tired, fatigued, right? Trying to battle for playoff spots. And here you have the quick turnaround. Now, the flip side is, if you take care of business, win that Thursday nighter, you go into a mini open week. Gives you a few extra days to heal up the body and the mind before you play your next game.
Carr now on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A big play there. 47 yards. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Boom.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Slant to Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Here's Carr. He's got a man wide open, complete. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws that quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14-0. First quarter. Keep this going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, partner, this offense 12-0 now on the year following their latest victory. And during the week, a lot of folks making comparisons between this squad and the 1985 Bears. You know, they too were 12-0 at this juncture of the season before losing on a Monday night 38-24 to the Dolphins at the Orange Bowl way back on December 2nd of 85. But then they never lose again en route to winning Super Bowl 20.
And when you look back on it, partner, didn't it almost feel like a setup game? Because they were playing the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were protecting their franchise's undefeated season of 1972, that team. And you know what that team does. They love to celebrate the fact that they still are the only one to get through an entire NFL season that way. That was Dan Marino's 3rd year playing under the great Don Shula, and they were motivated to keep that franchise's record intact.
And he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. Jacobs again. Call it a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal. Jacobs will cross the line. He's in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Good job, Jacobs.
So the 2nd down run didn't work. They run it again on 3rd down and get in. I wasn't sure if they might pass it, Charles. We know that they like to mix it up down here around the goal line.
Area where Monica's,
mixing it up.
where my wife's
Let's call our
family is
favorite
at.
running play over our
They got
best
hit.
blockers, and let's get this one in.
But they're all okay. There's some flooding going on down there. Sent a message out yesterday to find out how everybody's doing. Good thing though, my sister's up further away from the base, so she's not hit too hard. If anything, it just rained.
Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game... Carr now on 1st down. He's got a man complete. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. 3rd touchdown pass now for Derek Carr. And the Raiders are able to widen their lead here in this first half. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great...
The Raiders heading out to take over. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes...
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on first down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Play action. Now it's Carr. He's going to let this one go deep. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Raiders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
Bam. Touchdown. 175 yards for the game. And we're done. You there?
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. The first half definitely went their way, and this was...
They had 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football. That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
On play action, it's Carr. Johnson's got it complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And taken down just shy of the 40.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
Now, a quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Another great throw there, and we talked about him when he broke the single-season record. But that last completion, CD, that puts him over 6,000 yards passing on the season. Just unheard of.
Brandon, there was a time not long ago when 3,000 yards was the gold standard for quarterbacks. He's doubled that. If more people come along like him and hit that type of a number, if you throw for 3,000 yards, you're in danger of losing your job.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 2nd down, Jacobs once more. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, up big, but still not hesitating to take some shots downfield, CD. I guess they really want to hammer home their dominance in this one.
Yeah, that much is apparent, partner. If they keep completing throws like that, they'll keep that gap awfully wide as they've established already.
Touchdown, Raiders! Josh Jacobs with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the third most in a single year. And the Raiders have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield of the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to...
He's got a man, complete, 20, 10, 5, and he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It was the linebacker Leonard Floyd on the stop. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football. There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Second down, Jacobs once more. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 8 yards to go on second down. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, Jacobs. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 79 yards for him on the ground now on that, his 20th carry of the ball game. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football, because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And able to work his way down to the 16. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
On 1st and goal, Drake. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. Carr going to throw here. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Las Vegas,
what, like interview?